Hi everyone, Jana Boyer here. If you're new here, welcome. If you like what you're seeing, take a moment to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I upload a new video. If you're returning, hey, how's it going? Good to see you again. I hope you guys are feeling festive and healthy and joyful and peaceful. Last night, my hometown 3 miles away had their light up night. And so I went and met my mom there, and hubby and son came with me. And it was just really nice. They had the local marching band. They had the Grinch dressed up, Charlie Brown and Snoopy. And they had the different companies in the town, like the banks and Senior Citizen Center and things like that. We're giving away free hot chocolate with marshmallows and candy bars and fresh popped corn. And they had little stations like to make ornaments. And one of the girls from the high school said to my son, "Hey, you want to make an ornament?" And it was so cool. They took sticky paper and they had a bunch of like torn up paper. It felt like more like tissue paper. And what you would do is you would place it on randomly like a collage, and then they gave you another clear sticky paper. And then they had like cookie cutouts, or you can any designs you wanted. And I says, "Oh, why don't you do like an oval like ornament shape?" And so then he cut it out, and they did a hole and a little string on it, and it just looked so adorable. And then they had a fire truck, they had Santa and pictures, and it was just really a nice community thing. It was just lovely. It was wonderful. So we're really feeling festive around here. Oh, and I have an other surprising news. I mean, this is crazy. I don't know if you guys believe in synchronicity. What Carl Jung said, when two things seem to be a coincidence and they come together. And some people call it, I think, kismet or synchronicity or meant to be or karma or, good stuff. But I had two crazy things happen yesterday. And I wouldn't even have known about the light up night if this wouldn't have happened. We were walking at a park. And so we stopped at the local restaurant. Again, this is in my hometown. And the thing is I've started writing a cozy mystery. And I set it in southwestern Pennsylvania, and it's a 365 Christmas shop, right? Well, there is none around here. Okay, I just made it up. And so we go to the restaurant just to have a quick lunch, and there is a Christmas shop that has appeared like, it seemed like out of nowhere in my hometown, which were there quite often. And I'm like, where did this come from? This gorgeous multi-room store. And in my novel, I call the store Merry and Bright. And I walk in, and what the first ornament I see says Merry and Bright. I'm like, okay, this is really weird synchronicity. But the thing is, it turns out that the shop owner knew my dad, and I told her I made jewelry. And right away she's like, "Hey, we could sell it here." She didn't even look at my jewelry. She didn't even ask to see it on Etsy. She said, "Just bring it in and we'll sell it." And I'm like, okay. And so a few hours, and that's how I found out there was going to be light up night, because somebody was talking in the shop. And I'm like, I had no idea, because I live in a town 3 miles away. And so sometimes I'm just not in on, knowing stuff. And I don't think my mom knew. So I was like, oh, that sounds so fun. Light up night at the same time. I could bring in my jewelry. And so I actually got the jewelry together. I made a little sign to put in their store with the prices. And so they're selling it on consignment, all my holiday jewelry. I was like, what? You might have seen my last video about, the Christmas jewelry I've been making. So all of that is in the store. Now it's still on sale for at Etsy. So if somebody buys it at Etsy, I'll just immediately text her and say, please, take it off circulation. And then my husband will just go and pick it up after work, because the town is on his way home. But I thought I'd share that crazy thing with you that not only is there a Christmas shop now in my hometown, and it is gorgeous and beautiful, but also that my Christmas jewelry is there, and she's so excited to have it, and on consignment she's selling it for me. So I just wanted to share the news. I'm bubbling over with joyful, festive spirits, and I just had to share. So today I'm going to share some Christmas ATCs I made. I was inspired by Pink Kitty here on YouTube. I just love her. She's so adorable. And she was sharing her Christmas ATCs, and I felt inspired to share the ones that I have finished. And I'll show it to you one by one. And as she has said correctly, the only rules for an ATC is that they be 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches. That's it. And you can orient them in portrait mode or landscape mode. Most artists, do it the portrait mode, but hey, you can do landscape as well. You can do any kind of mixed media. Some people really go out and they'll do metal pieces, they'll glue on fabrics and ribbons. But you can use pretty much anything. You can use magazine cutouts, washi tape, rub-ons, stickers, stickles, enamel dots. You can spray the background with, I use some Tim Holtz mica spray to imitate snow. You can paint with acrylics or mixed media. It's really not limited. It's just basically has to be 3.5 by 2.5, and it's artist trading cards. So you trade these with other artists. You don't sell them. However, if you do sell them, well, then they're called ACEO cards, and I can't remember what it stands for. Artist Collectible Edition something, ACEOs. So you can sell them, but then they're called ACEOs, not ATCs. So I thought I would share my completed ones. So this was like a little Tim Holtz mini. This was, I got some of these ephemera from different places. One lady was ending her scrapbooking pursuits, and she and her daughter was selling like these big fat envelopes stuffed with things to liquidate, and a couple of them were Christmas themed, and I snatched them. So some things were from there. She had like wrapping paper, like I think this was from wrapping paper. She had intricately cut out fussy cut wrapping paper elements, magazine elements. She had some die cuts. And so I used a lot of those to make the ATCs, and I've got lots more. So I've been really itching to make them. And as in terms of the cards themselves, you can use really any cardstock that you want, as long as, 3.5 by 2.5. And I've used some black cardstock. I have some craft colors. I have some greens, white, just, whatever you feel like doing. And some people put information on the back. Like, I got these printouts from, I think I bought it from somebody on Etsy, and you just print them out, and it, I put my name and the title of it and the date I made it. So I made these. Oh my God, today's December 3rd. What are the chances? I had no idea. I made these a year ago. Today. Wow, that's something. So yeah, but you don't have to title them. Some people just sign their name and they put their social media address or profile. For me, I just put the name, I titled it, and the date. So here's the first one called, and this was like from Tim Holtz, I believe, one of his like holiday, sticker with words and phrases. Washi tape piece, one of his little people. Okay, this one I've called Mary, and again, that was made December 3rd. So we used one of these cutouts. The back was, I used some spray and some stickles. Then this one. So you could use stamps. These are rub-ons. These are trading stamps. The background had some red gloss paint. Sleigh rides. Some people keep their corners sharp, some people round them, some, like me, do both. It's really up to you. You can distress it around if you want. Some people, from like Nicole from Relax Cut Glue here on Facebook, she likes to mount hers. So her actual card would be a little smaller than the 3.5 by 2.5, but her actual mount would be that size. So you can really do anything you want. This was, I think, wrapping paper, some stickles, washi tape, some more Tim Holtz little guys. Two Boys Joy, I called it. I must have been feeling pretty poetic that day. This was actually a magazine cutout. Charlie Brown, from a vintage magazine. So I used it and put that on Season's Greetings, Deck the Halls, and I called it Peanuts Christmas. And it was a vintage magazine cartoon. Did some rub-ons in this. I think this was a piece of the cardstock from Tim Holtz. It has this cool, almost like a texture to it. This had like a little window, so I put stickles in it. I call this Special Delivery. These lanterns were, I think, wrapping paper as well. So got some washi tape, some stickles, added some stickles for the candles. I called it Wintered Lanterns. No wonder I've been having an itch to make more ATCs. It must be like this time of year. It's like ATC time. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Ho, 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 I call it. Holly Jolly bulbs, I called this one. Again, some stickles, and it felt like wrapping paper, and some real thin washi tape. This was just a piece of paper that had a stamp on it. And then I put in some stickles in the moon, and I distressed it, made it look like a package. This is actually washi tape. And some Tim Holtz mica in a light blue. I call this Christmas Ride. And then I think this is the last one. More of kind of like a woodland theme with a little dog. With rub-ons. I called this Doggone Holiday. So now I'm really itching to make some more. And I don't belong to any trading groups or anything. So Pink Kitty, if you're watching this, I'll trade with you. I just kind of hang on to them, and I put them in a 3-ring binder with my other ATCs. So yeah, if you're feeling creative, but it feels too overwhelming to do like a junk journal spread or, you know, mixed media piece or anything like that, just cut out some cardstock, you know, something that's heavier than obviously computer paper, so it can take all the gluing and what have you. You know, just cut out maybe like, you know, 4 or 5 of them, 3.5 by, you know, 2.5, and then, you know, look through your words, any Tim Holtz ephemera, magazine cutouts, your rub-ons, your stickers, your stickles, your enamel dots, washi tape, and then just start creating. You know, it could be just for you. I just read another study talking about the mental health benefits of making art and doodling and just relaxing. And so, you know, you don't have to show anyone. You don't have to make a YouTube video. You don't have to share it on Instagram. You don't have to give it to anybody if you don't want. You could just make it for yourself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with making beautiful, fun things just for yourself. Why the heck not? If everybody else is worth it, why aren't we, right? So I just wanted to give you this little bit of holiday cheer and inspiration. So maybe create something today, even if it's small, and it'll help your mental health, I promise. And feel free to share it with me too if you want. You know, tell me in the comments if you like making ATCs, if you've never done it before, if you need any advice. No, feel free to ask. I'll help if I can. So I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. So bye-bye for now.